What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm just going to be removing the rear tire on my 96 Shadow Ace. So when I had originally bought this bike, the rear tire would hold air for about a month. Then over that month, it would slowly just leak out. And then it came to be 2 weeks, it would hold air. The other day, I hit a pothole so hard that I heard the inner tube release all the air. So it's completely dead. I do have a new tire right here, but today's goal is just to get the tire out of place. For anyone watching who has never done this before or is watching this to learn how to do it, don't be scared. This is the first time I've ever attempted to remove a rear tire on a motorcycle, so let's learn together. If I mess up, I mess up. You can learn from my mistakes. Not many tools needed for this job. So of course, you're gonna need a jack of some sort. I don't have any fancy motorcycle jack. I have a normal jack from Harbor Freight, a block of wood, and 2 jack stands. Again, these came from Harbor Freight. I'm not a mechanic. I'm a little mechanically inclined, but none of what I'm using is fancy snap-on tools or anything like that. You're gonna need a 14 millimeter and a 12 millimeter. And for the axle nut, I believe it's 27 millimeter. I don't have that. So I used a pair of channel locks. So this is the 27 millimeter axle nut. I already loosened it. I wasn't sure how tight it was going to be, and I didn't want to look like an idiot in front of all you people. So let's start to jack the bike up. I'm going to put a jack stand here and another on the other side once I have it high enough. So let's get to it. Now before I start jacking these up, I'm going to say you're probably going to need a second person to stabilize it. I'm just going to do it by myself, just to see if I can do it by myself. If I drop the bike, most definitely you should have somebody helping you. Alright, so you can see I got the wheel spinning. It's off the ground. Now, I only have the bike off just enough so the tire's not touching. Because my fender doesn't come all the way around and back, I can do that. Now, if you have a stock bike and the fender comes down to here, you're going to have to jack the bike up much higher because you need the tire to drop and then slide out to where I just can pull the tire straight back. So what I'm going to do next is just remove the axle nut completely. Alright, so I got the axle nut off. Now, I just took it off with a pair of channel locks. I don't recommend doing that. It's what I have here at the time, so I'm going to use it. If you have a large adjustable wrench that can fit over it, that'd be a lot better. This way you don't leave any score marks. I'm kind of used to using channel locks, so you can't see anything on the bolt. We're just going to put that to the side for now. This nut here, that is 14 millimeter, it holds on the brake caliper. I'm just going to loosen it up for now. And then let's angle the camera down. This nut right here holds the axle pin. It's just a tightener. You don't need to remove this one. You can just loosen it up so that the pin can slide out. Now, one tool I do recommend buying is a little magnetic tray. You take the bolt off, you put it in the tray, and it doesn't fall out. In one of my previous videos, I was replacing the exhaust on it, and one of the nuts ran down the driveway, and I wound up losing it. So I had to go to the store and get a new one. Alright, now that I got the axle nut out, I'm going to remove my license plate and my light and just set it on the ground. Take a hammer of some sort, just start to hit the axle pin that way. Once you have it flush with the drum there, there's nothing more you can do. Come to this side and pull out the nut or the pin completely. Now, right before you get it out, go into your garage, wherever you are, and grab something you can set this pin on. This way you don't damage it at all. So I'm just going to use a microfiber towel just to wrap it up and keep it somewhat clean. This way it doesn't get dirt all over it while it's sitting there. Now there's a washer in between here that you need to take out. This way you don't lose it. So once that's out, we're going to wiggle this brake caliper up. Alright, I took the wrong pin. Like I said, this is not what, I've never done it before. So I've took out the wrong pin on the axle, or on the caliper. We're going to put that back in and remove the correct one. Alright, so earlier I told you that this was the correct bolt to take out for the caliper. I was wrong. You're going to remove this one here. It's no big deal because it's not like anything happened, so put the bolt back in, tighten it up, and remove the correct one. Alright, so there's the correct one. Now that that's out, we can remove the caliper completely. In between the caliper and the brake rotor itself, there's this little spacer. You're going to make sure you take this off and put it to the side. Again, don't get it dirty. So now that everything's disconnected, the pin's out, all you have to do is lift the tire a little bit, shift it to the right side if you're sitting on the bike, and pull it out. So you lift it up, pull over. Now that we're here, you're going to want to remove this piece. Now, this is just the bearings. What I'm going to do with this is slide it back inside the drive unit itself. This way it doesn't get lost or anything like that. Tires off. What I'm going to do now is unwrap the pin, put all the pieces back on in the correct order that they go. So the spacer will go here. So we're going to slide this pin through, spacer, and then this one, slide it back through, and put this nut back on. I'm just doing this way the pieces don't get lost while I'm repainting the tire or repainting the wheel and getting the tire off. Alright, so I had put the pin back in, and I have a bolt back in the actual caliper. This way it doesn't fall off or anything like that. Now, that's all there is to taking the wheel off. What I'm going to do next is remove these so I can take the rotor off, and then I'm going to pop the tire off, clean all this old paint off, all the old weights, everything like that, remove the valve stem, clean the wheel. But that's all going to be in another episode. Thank you for watching. As always, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe.